Imagine believing your Formula One future was safe, only to have it disappear moments later. Not after a bad race, not after a crash, but after a rumour. A rumour that turned into silence, and silence that turned into one of the most brutal decisions in modern Formula One. This is the story Yuki Tsunoda never planned to tell, until now. Because for the first time, Yuki Tsunoda has broken his silence on the Red Bull rumour that changed everything. A late-night whisper that suggested his seat was secure, a moment of relief. And then the rug was pulled from under him. And here's the part that should make every F1 fan uncomfortable. This wasn't just about performance, this was about timing, politics, and how ruthless the Red Bull system can be. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why Tsunoda's story is not just about losing a seat. It's about how Formula One really works behind closed doors. Yuki Tsunoda entered the 2025 season knowing the pressure was already immense. Red Bull's junior system is famous for one thing above all else: zero patience. You perform or you disappear, and yet Tsunoda had done enough to believe he'd earned stability. 5 full seasons, experience, growth, fewer mistakes, more maturity, and crucially a belief that continuity finally worked in his favour. Then came Qatar. After the Qatar Grand Prix, Tsunoda was informed of Red Bull's 2026 plans. He was told he would not have a permanent race seat. Instead, he would move into a reserve and test driver role as Formula One enters the new power unit era. But here's where the story twists. Just moments before that official briefing, Tsunoda heard something completely different. A rumour, a strong one, that he would stay on the grid within the Red Bull family. Let that sink in. Imagine mentally preparing for next season, already picturing race starts, qualifying laps and redemption, only to be told minutes later that none of it is happening. Tsunoda later admitted the timing made it worse, not devastating, not world-ending, but shocking, confusing, disorienting. The kind of moment that reminds you Formula One isn't just a sport, it's a business that moves faster than any car on the grid. And this is where many fans get it wrong, because the immediate reaction online was predictable. He wasn't good enough. But that explanation doesn't survive even a shallow look. Red Bull didn't replace Tsunoda with a proven race winner. They replaced him with Isaac Hadjar, a talented but untested driver. Alongside Liam Lawson and Arvid Lindblad, Red Bull chose potential over experience. That decision tells us something important and uncomfortable. This wasn't about what Tsunoda did wrong, it was about what Red Bull wanted next. Before we go deeper, quick check. If you're enjoying this kind of real, behind-the-scenes F1 storytelling, hit the like button. It tells the algorithm this isn't just clickbait drama, it's the good stuff. And if you're not subscribed yet, well, Red Bull has already dropped enough drivers. Don't let this channel drop out of your feed too. Now back to the chaos. Tsunoda's reaction surprised many people. He didn't explode, he didn't burn bridges, he didn't blame the team publicly. Instead, he said something that reveals just how mentally hardened you have to be to survive in Formula One. He said the news didn't feel real at first, but it didn't feel like the world collapsed either. That sentence matters, because it shows Tsunoda understood something long before fans did. This decision was never entirely in his control. And here's the next twist. He wasn't told this would be a normal reserve role. Tsunoda hinted that his 2026 role could involve more than simulator work and holding a helmet in the garage. He mentioned possible scenarios, multiple ones, undefined, unconfirmed, but meaningful enough to suggest Red Bull still sees value in him, just not where fans expected. And that raises a dangerous question for Red Bull. If Tsunoda was good enough to keep around, why wasn't he good enough to keep racing? The answer may lie in timing. 2026 isn't just another season. It's a full reset. New power units, new energy deployment rules, lighter cars, different driving demands. Red Bull is effectively rebuilding its driver ecosystem from scratch. And Tsunoda? He represents the old phase of that system. Not bad, not slow, just inconvenient. Meanwhile, another change was happening quietly in the background, and most fans missed it. Suzuka, one of the most iconic circuits in Formula One, Tsunoda's home race, a track that rewards precision, confidence, and bravery. And ahead of the 2026 season, Suzuka is undergoing resurfacing changes, designed to alter grip levels and consistency. That matters because low grip adaptability and confidence over unstable surfaces is exactly where Tsunoda improved the most over recent seasons. The irony is brutal. Just as the sport shifts toward conditions that suit his evolution, his seat disappears. Now pause for a second and ask yourself this. If Tsunoda had been told earlier, would the reaction have been different? If the rumour hadn't existed, would the decision have felt less cruel? That's the psychological damage Formula One rarely talks about. Drivers don't just lose seats, they lose momentum, narrative, and timing. And yet, Tsunoda didn't crumble. Instead, he finished the season professionally, focused on Abu Dhabi, focused on doing the job. That alone tells you something about his growth, something Red Bull's public statements don't capture. Here's another uncomfortable truth. Red Bull's junior system isn't built for fairness. It's built for selection pressure. It rewards drivers who peak at exactly the right moment, not necessarily those who improve steadily over time. And Tsunoda improved steadily. That's often the worst thing you can do in a system that worships instant impact. Meanwhile, the rumour itself raises bigger questions. Who leaked it? Why did it surface so late? And was it ever true? We may never get a clear answer, but what we do know is this. Tsunoda heard it from elsewhere, not from Red Bull, which suggests internal uncertainty, last-minute changes, or both. And in Formula One, last-minute changes usually mean power politics. Now let's talk about what happens next. Tsunoda confirmed he'll rest, then train, then prepare. Not just physically, mentally, because reserve drivers in the modern era aren't passengers. They are insurance policies, development tools, sometimes replacements. And if history teaches us anything, it's this. Reserve drivers often return when chaos hits. Ask yourself, with a brand new regulation set, new engines, new reliability risks, do you really think 2026 will be clean and predictable? Or will Red Bull need experience they already pushed aside? That's the cliffhanger nobody wants to talk about. Before we get there, I want your opinion. Drop a comment right now and answer this honestly. Did Red Bull make the right call? Or did they sacrifice experience for hype? I'll be reading them. And if you're still here, congratulations, you officially outlasted half the grid's patience with driver development. Go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss what comes next. Because Tsunoda's story isn't over, it's paused. And in Formula One, pauses often lead to unexpected returns, especially when rumours start flying again.